Hello and welcome to another Fat Guardians video. I am acbtheman and I just wanted to show you one of my builds for my character. I like to call it Comrade No Fun or the Fun Police. It is a defender build. I love defender. I just can't help but using defender, but it is a defender build for PvP. You're saying, acbtheman, why in the world would you use defender for PvP? It's just so much fun. Um, one thing that I've started doing, well, one thing I started doing before I didn't have the Xbox anymore was um, dropping my bubble and actually not standing in it. A lot of smaller maps with small doorways, you drop your bubble right in the doorway, and the enemy has to go through it, and they don't see you because you're supposed to be in the bubble and all that. Just something else so you can see the Helm of State 14, because it blinds enemy side or Ward of Dawn, that really helps that out. But we're not worried about that today because we have something else. So first off, we have our Defender subclass. We're going to look at it. First off, run Suppressor Grenade. It prevents enemies from using abilities for a short time, so that definitely means they're supers. If they're in the middle of super, they will drop out of a super. It is ridiculous for just a grenade. I'm going to go ahead and use that increased control for that Titan skating just to get around the map so much faster. Me personally, I'm using Blessing of Light, so that way I can get a little bit extra shields, especially if I'm not sitting inside of my Ward of Dawn. I use Unbreakable. Force Bearer continually recharges. I don't really use strength with this build. I'll show you in a second what I mean by that, but I don't really use strength with this build because we're trying to get the suppression grenades. I just go for essentially battle recovery and toughness, as much toughness as you can. It's a Titan. It's supposed to have high armor. Other people run agility or recovery. That's okay. It's a Titan. You gotta run high armor. Increased duration of Ward of Dawn. Ward of Dawn stays out longer and reduces the cooldown of Ward of Dawn, so you essentially get it faster. And some of these down here might be good. They may be okay. I just don't think these are as important for PvP as these two right here. Last longer and get it faster. Some of you could argue for Armor of Light inside of there, and you'll see why in a second. Some of you could argue for Weapons of Light, but I just gotta go with that Blessing of Light. Okay, so that's my defender setup. First off, we're going to talk about what I mean by Fun Police. Fun Police essentially is no supers for enemy team, no double jumping. It takes away double jumping. The only thing is it's a very bouncy grenade. It doesn't stick very well. So you have to learn how to aim it towards your feet, just a hair. Not straight down, maybe about a 45-degree angle, so by the time it bounces, it can stay back a little bit further. The only other option is to hit them square in the chest with it, but sometimes it bounces away and doesn't quite explode right. The only thing really worrisome about this is if you do get caught in your own suppression grenade, you are suppressed yourself, while if you have your Ward of Dawn out, it goes away, you don't get your ability to jump. So you got to kind of do that fine line of where can I throw it, where it's going to hit the enemy, but not going to hit me. There are a bunch of supers that just completely are going to be wiped out from this. And while yes, I know that the Void Bow from the Hunter can do the same thing, and it can get a kill. This is just a very fun way to throw them off their game. They're looking at a Titan, and yeah, he's armamentarian, but they're thinking, oh no, he's got lightning grenades. All of a sudden, they pop their super and don't have it. Sunbreakers are my favorite. Fellow Titans who have that Sunbreaker is just so much fun to drop it, and then boom, they have no hammers. They throw like a hammer at you, and then ooh, they have no hammers. Golden Gun, essentially the same way. What's really interesting is you have a lot of these people who like to counter Sunsingers with a Titan Smash with a Striker Titan. Very cool, and you get the kill. But seeing a Sunsinger self-res and then immediately lose the ability to jump, do anything, is amazing. They are so confused, especially if they're rotating their camera, they're trying to see where the enemies are, they're trying to see the best way to revive, but the instant a Sunsinger revives himself, especially in like a 3v3 mode, and then they have no ability to jump, and they can still shoot and still move around, but just no ability to double jump, and they lost their super right there, is just so great because they were thinking, oh no, that doesn't have a Striker Titan, I'm safe. No, you're not safe. one and done supers are a little bit harder to suppress. Striker Titans, for example. Night Stalker's a little bit more, but not as much. And Nova Bombs. Just one and done supers are pretty much impossible to suppress, so they're not really what you're worried about. If you see a one and done super, a Voidwalker, a Night Stalker, a Striker, something like that, you pretty much are using your suppression grenade to keep them on the ground, keep them from being able to use that super. If they have a full super and you hit them with it, then they just can't jump. They can still use it, but they can't jump and use their super as effectively as if they weren't suppressed. Now I'm going to show you my armor. I have just regular armor for my helmet, my gauntlets, and my boots. The reason they're all Iron Banner is because I just get amazing drops in Iron Banner. I'm at the point right now where even if I had an Xbox, I wouldn't be doing the hard raid as much. And so I'm not getting good drops from there. I'm getting good drops from the Iron Banner because I play the Iron Banner. When Dark Below was out, was the first time I hit max level, and I hit it with the Iron Banner stuff over, I want to say, 3 months. The reason I don't have a year 2 armamentarium is I just haven't bought one year 2 armamentarium. But the reason I'm using armamentarium because you get 2 grenades. You get 2 grenades immediately at the start of the match, and then essentially it cuts your grenade time in half. If you have a grenade, right, another one is already charging, so if you throw one, you have one charging up already. If you throw both of them, I understand that you have to wait for one to come up and then immediately have to wait for another one to come up, but if you hold on to that grenade, it can definitely just make sure that you have less time to wait. What I'm running here, as you can see, is an intellect discipline build. I have a little bit more discipline than intellect because I want those grenades to come back faster. The whole thing about Fun Police is revolving right around these suppression grenades, and you need to be able to get them out as soon as possible. Now, when I say suppression grenades, I'm thinking very close quarters, very likely to get me hit as well with a suppression grenade. If that's the case, that's why I won't like to run shotgun with this. Especially this Party Crasher, which my Party Crasher has rangefinder, underdog when your health is low, and increased range and slower reload. So, I'm not worried about that reload, but you get the boost from range for these two. You get aggressive ballistics, which is, enhanced impact. This essentially negates aggressive ballistics. And then I get, when I have low health, I get this boost. So this is definitely why I'm using this Party Crasher. It's pretty not changed as much. Coulom's Terminus I'm just using because it has the Cocoon perk. And I just want to be able to use that. Now, hand cannon, you're saying, why are you using a hand cannon? I'm right up close. I haven't unlocked all this hand cannon stuff yet, but it does have Luck in the Chamber, and it's going to have Outlaw and Quick Draw. I don't really care about these down here. But Outlaw and Quick Draw is what I'm going to be using. And the hand cannon is just because it's up close. If you can just level it out, 3 quick headshots, they're down. Very, very good reason why I use this one. Random bullet, you can sometimes get a 2 kill, or if they're shot once with Sam Ida, you can get a 2 kill. It's just, I'm using everything up close right here. That's why I'm using those two. This is a very hard play style to get used to. I know there's not any gameplay, but the Fun Police is a very hard gameplay style to get used to because you're relying on a bouncy grenade and you have to get used to literally that only grenade. You can pretty much run however you want. If you want to run just one suppression grenade and run something like I was talking about earlier where you're running the Helmet Satan 14 or another exotic like that, that's okay. But I like to use this because you get to double the suppression grenades, and it's literally all about that suppression grenade. You have to either really get good at hitting them in the chest and letting it bounce straight down, or bouncing it off the floor at an angle where it's going to blow up right next to them. You're just looking for, with this, you are looking for the max amount of time your grenade can be up and having as many grenades as possible. Also, if you have the old guard shader, it just makes it a little bit more intimidating. But this is all about being up close and showing that a Defender Titan definitely has some place. Now, if you're running Mayhem, definitely the place to use this setup, because in Mayhem, everyone gets their supers all the time. You just throw a suppression grenade like, oh, I don't get my super. But where this can shine very well, people don't seem to think of the Defender as a Trials of Osiris class. Sometimes they do. Every once in a while they think, oh no, the point's out and they have a Defender. What are we going to do? Sometimes. But if you're going into a firefight and you know it's like round 2 or 3 and they've been doing well, or and maybe it gets round 4 and you know someone's got a super, your suppression grenade can be very, very well used to essentially kill the only super that that person has in 3v3 modes, especially Trials of Osiris. In 6v6 modes, you're probably just going to hit somebody by the sheer number of people on the maps. Some of the smaller maps, you literally just throw a grenade. And, oh, I see 2 ticks of damage. That means they're suppressed. Run in, and while you can still get kills when you're suppressed, and while you can still do well, it throws your game off so much when you can't jump. And so that's why I call it the Fun Police build. I can't take any credit for that. I heard someone else say the Fun Police build. So the No Fun Comrade is sort of my response to that. I think, even though this is a medieval helmet, I think someone in Russia would do very well with this. But anyways, the No Fun Comrade, Fun Police, this is just a great PvP build for Defender. If you're like just so attached to Defender in PvE mode, everybody loves a Defender on their team. Extra damage, especially with year 1 with the Gallant Horn, year 2 just with all the snipers, Black Hammer, just everything you have. Especially in the rage, like, Defender, Defender, Defender. And then you go into PvP and they're like, dude, why aren't you not running Striker Titan right now? Because I'm going to be Fun Police. Well, this is about it for this video. I just wanted to show you some of my thoughts on a build for the Titan Fun Police build. If you have any thoughts or any things you can change, please put it down in the comments. I am doing a series right now, if you can't tell, on some class builds, and it's all going to be about Void. I love all the Void subclasses, and so I'm going to show you builds for all the Void subclasses, what I call them, what they do, and this is just number 1. I'm trying to put out more content, so here you go. Once again, this has been ACB the Man with the Fat Guardians. We want to invite you to join our clan on Bungie.net. We invite you to follow our Facebook page. We invite you to follow our Twitter page. Definitely follow our YouTube channel right here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Get this out to as many people as possible. This is just a side project right now, but this would be awesome to just reach as many people as we can. Just hit that like button. Hit that comment down there. Say, great job. Hit that subscribe button. Go tell your friend to hit the subscribe button. Make a second account to hit the subscribe button. I don't care. We just need that. We just need the publicity, I guess, right now, because we're just trying to grow. We're having fun, but it would be nice to be a little bit more well known. But this is literally just something for fun. So just go and share with everybody. Any pizza can be a personal pan pizza if you try hard enough. Thank you, and have a good night.